Mom, because she's absolutely lovely.
Bad idea.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
From the pages of the Elgin newspapers of 100 years ago today, these are the headlines brought to you by the Elgin History Museum.
I am Tricia Grosser, and this is Elgin, February 2nd, 1926. Elginites breathe a long, sweet sigh of relief this morning, for when the Honorable Rufus J. Groundhog, Esquire, emerged from his snug burrow in the ground, there was nary a sign of a shadow tagging around him, which is conclusive proof that springtime is close at hand. Not satisfied with the unerring ability of the Honorable Rufus to foretell the early or late advent of spring, several inquisitive citizens have inquired to where this Groundhog Day idea originated. An inconspicuous rodent, the groundhog had not only figured prominently in Indian legend, but in American history as well. Before Daniel Webster arose to renown as one of America's foremost orator and statesman, it is said that his triumph and swaying the hearts of men began when, as a child, he and his brother found a groundhog. They argued as to whether to kill it. Daniel's brother suggested that they go to their father and let him decide after each had stated an opinion. Daniel made such an appeal for the little groundhog's life that his father, with tears in his eyes, said to his older son, "Zeke, let it go in peace." And again in primer readers, the little verse dedicated to the insignificant groundhog has been learned and taught to thousands of schoolchildren.
Elgin 100 years ago is a presentation of the Elgin History Museum. Be sure to visit the museum located at 360 Park Street in Elgin, open Wednesday through Saturdays 11 to 4. You can also listen to Elgin 100 years ago at www.elginhistory.com.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. This afternoon, scattered snow showers before 4, mostly cloudy with a high near 28. Tonight, a slight chance of snow after midnight, mostly cloudy with a low around 14. Looking ahead to Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 24. Currently, it's 26 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates.
When your car needs trusted care, think All Around Auto Body in Schaumburg. Family owned for over 30 years, they deliver high-quality collision repair and dependable service from start to finish. Call 847-352-3825. They're located at 501 Morse Avenue in Unit D. Get your vehicle back in shape with the experts who care. All Around Auto Body, where your car is treated like family. Call 847-352-3825 today. Proud sponsors of America's First Responders Fest.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast on the radio light. Big time sports, feel the roar, where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome in to another edition of Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Also in studio today, it is the one, the only Andrew Sheid. And before we get going here, don't forget that it is going to be Super Bowl weekend coming up. And with that being said, get your tickets now to the Athletes Headquarters Foundation, where you get the Super Bowl Benefit Bash, sponsored by Celsius, Live Fit, Vicelli Law, and WRMN Radio. Live stream, free parking, open bar, food, silent auctions, raffles, and games. February 8th, doors open. Oh, and don't forget, it is going to be held at Wintrust Field, home of the Schaumburg Boomers. Doors will open at 5 p.m. Don't forget, get ready for an unforgettable Super Bowl night at the Athletes Headquarters Foundation 2026. Big game benefit bash where there will be great people, great fun, and a great cause all come together. This event is all about enjoying the biggest game of the year while giving back and supporting the mission of the Athletes Headquarters Foundation. Get your tickets at www.ahqfoundation.org. And with that being said, also, hell, you want to be a part of the sporting conversation? Feel free to call in at 847-931-1410, 847-931-1410. Check us out on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. That's youtube.com at WRMN Radio. And then as well, check out the WRMN Facebook page, where you have Susie C's question of the day for the WRMN morning show. And that question is, what are some songs that should not be played at a funeral? What are some songs that should not be played at a funeral? How the hell you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing okay, Derek. How you doing this week?
Oh, so far so good. The week is just starting on this mayhem madness coming out of a very eventful sporting weekend. You had, what was it? You had the Shakur Stevenson fight. You had UFC going off on Prime Video. There was the WWE Royal Rumble. What else? You had the Chicago Bulls dropping 2 out of 3 to the Miami Heat. Couple of free agent signings for the Chicago White Sox, so that was cool. Geez, I know I was working a lot over the weekend, couple 2-tree sporting events at the University of Chicago. What were you doing over the weekend?
Oh, well, yesterday I was actually working a Central States hockey tournament.
Nice.
Kids hockey out in West Dundee with Mike Napolitano from On the Rise on Saturday mornings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, well, let's see. Apparently our wires got crossed a little bit. And let me see. Yeah, well, okay. Uno momento, por favor, while I, go through and hopefully get our guest that will be calling in or actually on the Zoom. A little bit wires miscommunicated here. Let me see what. Oh, this is great. You were supposed to call in, Tilo. But hold on a second. Let me get it up here. Oh, love all of this. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, now there we go. And the voice on the other end of this call, it is none other. See, I actually had like a whole setup that I was going to do. Wait, I could still do that.
Do it.
And now, the one, the only, Tony Tilo Lopez from the Parley.
Have you done PA for boxing events and wrestling events at all?
No. I haven't been called back, damn it. I've tried. I just haven't been able to, get that call back. You would think with something like that, I'm trying to bring you up on Zoom here and, modern technology and all that fun stuff. But you know what? I'll just do this. I'll get your smiling face on there, Tilo, along with Andrew Sheid, my co-host for this afternoon. And so there was, the boxing event that took place over this weekend. And what were your thoughts on it? Because if I were to go back and forth between it, I'm going to lose you off of, the stream here.
All good. Yeah. Obviously, the Parley covers boxing, locally and nationally and worldwide. And, this weekend we had one of the biggest fights the biggest fight of the year already. We're in the beginning of the year. Well, between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, who was the Ring Magazine belt holder, as well as the WBC belt holder. And we saw two guys in the prime of their career step into the ring. Teofimo, a man who's known for his speed, but more for his power, his athleticism and ability to get around his opponents and make things happen. A talent, that was recognized immediately, and they put him on Top Rank with Bob Arum on ESPN, and his stock grew. Had a road bump when he lost to Kambosos. Midway through, and I believe in 2023, and then we saw him come back from that and be himself again. And so that set up for his side of things to, have the Ring Magazine belt and be the champion at 140. On the other side of the spectrum, you have Shakur Stevenson, a guy who's been, respected in the sport of boxing for his counter-punch abilities, for his speed, for his defense, for his Floyd Mayweather-like esque, boxing style. And he went in that fight, knowing that he needed to dominate the fight. And he was very confident that he would. And so the setup was perfect. Turkey Al-Sheikh, the guy who runs Riyadh, he is paying these boxers a beaucoup amount of money, and the setup was ready for a great event, and it was a great event. The undercards were awesome. You had Carrington defeating Castro. Carrington's an up-and-coming boxer in the lower weight divisions who's doing his thing. The Keyshawn Davis doing his showing why he is one of the top boxers in his division, winning that fight. And then, of course, we had finally the main event, which was Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. And fellas, many people were disappointed because there wasn't a knockout and because Shakur Stevenson doesn't allow it. But let me tell you, as a boxing purist that I am, watching Shakur Stevenson completely outclass Teofimo Lopez on Saturday was so enjoyable. I mean, this guy, it's a mental game. I'll give you an example. Let's go to baseball. You already know the pitcher and the batter are dueling, right? It's what are you going to throw? At what velocity? How are you going to do it? And do you dare throw down the middle? Do you dare throw that curve, the breaking ball? You're doing that in the ring as well. What are you going to do? You going to throw a jab? Are you going to try to be first, or am I going to wait? Are you going to counter? And Shakur had when I tell you complete control, it was ridiculous how Teofimo looked pedestrian. And Teofimo is not a guy who looks pedestrian. He's an A-level fighter. He's a champion. And Teofimo could do absolutely nothing, Derek, with this man. Shakur Stevenson looked amazing. He boxing ability, counter punching, speed was first. The guy did what we all thought he would do, but I thought he did it in more impressive fashion. And now Shakur Stevenson is the man. He's the guy. He's the Ring Magazine belt holder. He holds that WBC belt, and he's the I'm sorry, it's not WBC. It's WBA. My apologies. But he's the man in the division. And now I'm wondering who does he fight next, and who beats him. With that style, it's a frustrating style to fight. A guy who's faster than you, who doesn't engage right away, you got to figure him out, and then you can't really counterpunch against a guy like Shakur because he's going to get you first. So impressive stuff from Shakur Stevenson Saturday. I was very impressed. I enjoyed it. I was entertained. Not like many others probably in the main event of boxing spaces. But when it comes to purists, we all loved what we saw on Saturday, and Shakur is that guy.
And you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. Joining me from the Parley podcast is one half of the hosts, Tony Tilo Lopez. And okay, so wow, there's a lot to digest in that one. Yeah. So this is his fourth title in as many weight classes? Did I read that right?
Yeah, it's his fourth title in as many weight classes. The guy has really, he's moved up in weight, but he basically he's going to be the guy at the top in the top 3-4 parts of the division. It's the guy. He's not the most electric fighter in the world, but the boxing rankings, the boxing promotional companies, the networks know that this guy is a talent. They're going to give him the opportunities. He gets belt opportunities after his lost one. Of course, he's undefeated, and this guy is going to get those opportunities. Yeah, it's fourth time belt holder. He deserves it.
Now, what do you make of the interaction after the fight with
Conor Ben?
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, the interaction is great. Listen, it's a fight that, Conor's bigger than Shakur Stevenson. Conor is a talented boxer as well. He has the ability to potentially slow Shakur Stevenson down because he's bigger. He does have some speed, and Conor Ben is a guy who is a warrior. He fights through any pain. He fights through any type of unorthodox boxing match. But Shakur Stevenson, I still think, would outclass even Conor Ben with the way he fights. I mean, it's hard to do. When you look at Floyd Mayweather, people think that he only was like that for all his career, but Floyd was a guy who brawled in the beginning of his career, and he was knocking people out. It was later on where we saw that counter-punching style. Shakur has been doing this all his life. Shakur hasn't fought in a war-type battle, right? Yeah, he had a couple fights where he wanted to prove, bam, I can engage, bam, I can mix it up. But really, his bread and butter has been this style. It is the counter-punching style, being first, being safe, protecting yourself, Philly shell it, move around, and get the dub. And for those that don't like it, okay. But what you're watching is the literal sweet science. And if you guys didn't know what that meant, the sweet science is hit without getting hit. Shakur's a master at that.
Yeah, that's definitely something that you want to incorporate if you are a boxer. I know in my brief little stint as trying to do that, I don't like getting hit.
Yeah, you boxed.
I way back in the day.
Okay.
I mean, it's funny because when you start doing your shadow boxing and everything, I kind of want to get in front of you, and I want to, I want to get in front of you and kind of just goof around a little bit. Well, no. I mean, maybe after you drilled me with the softball, but...
oh, my gosh. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Maybe after you intentionally hit me with the softball, but intentionally, unintentionally. But, way back in the day, maybe football, maybe hockey, but, actually going one-on-one and trying to knock someone out, I realized that I had absolutely no power to do that. And my jaw was, kind of glass, if you will. But
boxing's it's a crazy sport, man. You got to be in physical top shape, and you have to be mentally locked in, man. So I understand.
So congratulations on your 8th season of the Parley. That's just kicking off, right?
Yeah, we just kicked off about 3 weeks ago. We had our first episode up, and we're going to have a plethora of episodes coming up in February as we gather some new content creators for the show. And so for the Parley in the 8th season, we have our normal episodes, but we are also going to be doing some more boxing content. And so we've had Rob Salazar, our new boxing correspondent, join the show, as well as Brooks James, who works in a boxing gym. They'll be providing content on the side of the episodes that we do. And of course, our goal is to continue to do some more watch parties this year for the big fights. And on top of that, keep going to these gyms, spotlighting Chicago boxers first, as we try to, help them get that spotlight that they deserve. And with covering the sport, of course, worldwide.
And once again, we are joined by Tony Tilo Lopez of the Parley podcast on YouTube, going over the fight that happened over this weekend on DAZN with Shakur Stevenson beating Teofimo Lopez. I hope I said that right. And so let me ask you this question, because it's been a minute since we've actually talked boxing. Yeah. And I gotta ask your opinion of this, and I know you and both Kendall Gill, 15-time NBA veteran, 15-year NBA veteran, screwed that one up, but that's all right. Have your druthers or opinions on one Jake Paul? And the reason why I'm bringing that up was because after he lost his fight, last month or maybe back in November, then you had pundits coming out of the woodwork saying that, well, Jake Paul is now going to be the face of boxing. How much bull smurf is that, or how real is that?
Jake Paul will never be the face of boxing.
Okay, thank you. Thank God.
Yeah. He never will be, and if he was going to be, he should have won a couple of these fights. And if anything, beat Anthony Joshua, that would have been a huge feat. But he'll never be the face of boxing. But what he is he's a great entrepreneur for the sport. Mm-hmm. I think he's a great ally for the sport. The way he has helped women's boxing, the way he has given boxers opportunities to make money on different cards. I think he's a great entrepreneur for the sport, and that's fine. I appreciate that as a boxing purist. When it comes to that point of it, now when it comes to the other things that and his personal fights, listen, I'm not going to be the guy that sits here and says that he is rigging these fights, but it's very frustrating to see very abnormal activity during some of the action, and in the case of when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. last year, I just couldn't believe that Chavez Jr., a guy who was known for knocking people out, not like his father, but a guy who brawled, a guy who punched, would throw over, at least 40, 50 punches a round, really didn't throw a punch until the 12th round of that fight,
Mm-hmm.
So when you got that happening in your fights, that doesn't help your image when it comes to the sport of boxing. Has he gotten better? Yes, every fight he's gotten better. He's trained. I appreciate his dedication to the sport. I appreciate that he has learned the sport and is working with industry professionals, right? So from that aspect, it's awesome, right? But will he ever be the face of boxing? No, he will not be the face of boxing. There's actual legit stars in the sport. There's people that are money makers in the sport, just like Jake Paul is. But when you're the face of boxing, you not only make money, you are good. You are an actual boxer. And Jake Paul proved to me against Anthony Joshua that he's not a boxer. He's not an actual boxer. He's a guy that when he faced adversity, he crumbled. He was falling to the ground. He was holding on to Joshua's leg. Yeah. He was turning his body on a defensive position that's really you're not supposed to do, right? He didn't know how to handle that adversity. On top of Joshua being heavier than him, but even a boxer would understand how to hold or how to defend themselves properly. And from that, yeah, you gotta know the sport, or you have to have that natural instinct. I don't think Jake Paul has that. But has he gotten better in the sport? Absolutely, he has. Has he done good for the sport? Absolutely, he has. And I appreciate those two aspects, but never the face of boxing.
Okay, that's good to hear, because I couldn't get on board with that one myself.
I wouldn't be able to either. One thing we always say in class, T-Lo, is you can't just go and step into another man's arena like Jake Paul tried to do, and we've seen how that works out for him.
Yeah. No, you will be exposed. I mean, you will be exposed. Jake Paul, and I'm again not trying to attack his opponents, but Jake Paul fought people who weren't really in boxing
condition.
Not boxing condition, but really in the sport of boxing as a whole, right? MMA fighters, retired people. It's one of those things when you fought a real boxer, like he fought Tommy Fury, got outboxed, lost. He fought Anthony Joshua, a real boxer, a heavyweight boxer, and he got destroyed. You will be exposed if you're not in that realm, or if you don't have that talent. And so that's what we saw. You're absolutely right. And you coming into somebody else's arena. Andrew, sorry. Andrew.
No, you're good. You're good.
You coming into somebody else's arena, and you're gonna get exposed, and he did. And he's going to continue to get exposed if he fights a real boxer. I don't think he has the ability or the talent to overcome the way he boxes. Which is, again, it's not bad, but it's not elite boxing. It's just not.
Yeah, one of the things that I kind of took probably a little too much joy in it was the fact that Anthony Joshua really tagged him a couple times, and the look on Jake Paul's face was like, oh, this is what actual boxing is. I am so out of my depth on this.
It's like it woke him up to the party.
Yeah, man. You got a right hook right to the jaw. And not only that, but when you feel that power, okay. And Jake was feeling it for the last 3 rounds. He knew, I don't think I'm going to be able to survive this. That's why he was falling to the ground, buying some time. He said there was a low blow, and I don't know how low it was. Taking his time getting to the corner or walking back up. He knew what he was in with, what he got into as soon as round 1 started. And the other thing too is this. I mentioned this to everybody who watched that fight. People were like, why didn't Anthony Joshua just knock him out in the first, second round? You can't do that. You got to be ready for somebody who's unorthodox. Anthony Joshua did it, and we saw what happened.
Yeah, we've got about 30 seconds left, Tilo. Where can people find you, and possibly what is upcoming for your season next season?
New episodes coming up in this week with a couple guests from boxing formats. Also follow the Parley at the Parley on every social media platform, and follow me if you want to at Tilo TV Show on all platforms. Boxing all day.
Where can they get your shirts or hoodies there?
Our website's actually coming up this month. It's going to be parleyshow.com. We'll have more information on it, but parleyshow.com. Save it. Merch is coming up very soon.
Well, thanks for joining me. That was the voice of Tilo Tony Lopez from the Parley Podcast. Go check it out on YouTube. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. We'll be back on the other side.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by KFC. The newest member of the Illinois Supreme Court has been sworn in. Former Appellate Justice Sanjay T. Taylor took the oath of office Friday morning during a ceremony in Chicago administered by Chief Justice P. Scott Neville. A new state report shows stark health disparities among people experiencing homelessness in Illinois. The Illinois Department of Public Health says homeless individuals face far higher rates of hospital visits, overdose deaths, and die nearly 20 years younger than the general population. Illinois Secretary of State Alexi Janulius has announced a new safety campaign targeting electric bikes, scooters, and other micromobility devices. The Ride Safe, Ride Smart, Ride Ready initiative follows a 300% spike in related crashes statewide. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel despised the word empty. Empty plates, empty tables, empty stomachs. That's why he made the KFC $5 bowls, like the famous bowl. Creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, gravy, and cheese. Because the only empty the Colonel liked was when you reached the bottom of that bowl. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. 5 KFC bowls for just $5 each.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Looking to buy or sell a home in Chicagoland? Need trusted legal help with real estate, evictions, or estate planning? Turn to Guthrie & Brady, the happy lawyers serving the greater Chicago area since 1965. With over 50 years of experience, they handle titles and deeds, foreclosures, landlord-tenant issues, wills, trusts, and more. Appointments available evenings or weekends at their Roselle office or right in your home. Call Guthrie & Brady now at 847-524-1215. That's 847-524-1215. Or visit gnblegal.com. Guthrie & Brady, personal, professional, affordable legal services for all of Chicagoland. The happy lawyers since 1965. That's gnblegal.com. Or 847-524-1215. Guthrie & Brady, trusted legal help made easy, fast, affordable, and experienced. Call today.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 28, cooling to around 25. Tonight, a slight chance of snow, mostly cloudy with a low around 15. Looking ahead to Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 25, and temperatures falling to around 21 in the afternoon. Currently, 25 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar, where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big Top Sports, feel the roar, where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Joining me in studio is the one, the only Andrew Sheid. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing okay, Derrick. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing up here in Chicagoland?
Well, I think they're okay.
I think we're all just trying to recover from the cold a little bit.
Trying to recover from the cold. I mean, today, truth be told, hey, it's 26 degrees. It kind of feels like a little bit of a heat wave considering the last week and everything.
I know,
here.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And yeah, my goodness, it's just, I can't wait. I can't wait because, well, next week I will be in the Caribbean.
Okay, now I'm jealous. Not jealous.
I said that just to make you jealous there. Yeah, no, it's a little bittersweet vacation there. My parents had booked a vacation a while back, probably about 2.5 to 3 years ago. That's how long, they plan these things out. So, but yeah, it's bittersweet because I'll be going with family. And unfortunately, the reason why I'm going on this trip is because my dad passed away like 1.5 years or so ago. So don't be too jealous, but yet at the same time, be jealous. So give me some sympathy and then give me your anger and
I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm hoping that you go there and you have fun with your family because that's what that's all about too.
Yeah, I am looking forward to this. This will be my first cruise. I am very much looking forward to this. 10 days, baby. But anyway, before we got going with the interview with Tony Lopez from the Parley, I was asking you about your weekend and what you were doing, and that kind of got a little cut short. So you were with whom, doing what, and how, and yeah.
Yesterday, I was working at the Central States Child Hockey Tournament out in West Dundee. It was actually taking place, and forgive me, don't quote me on this, but I think it was West Dundee, Darien, and Romeoville yesterday. So there were 3 locations that this tournament was going on at.
Mm-hmm.
Kids hockey, 8, 9 years old, and I got to work it with Mike Napolitano from On the Rise.
The voice of On the Rise. Every Saturday morning from 10 until noon.
Yeah, it was a fun day. I think they did about 5 games yesterday. So
each location did about 5 games yesterday. Yeah. So
there were a lot. But these kids, it was interesting to see these like 8-year-old kids actually understand the game. I thought I was going to see a lot more kids, slipping and sliding all over the ice at that age. You didn't see a lot of that.
No, the one thing that I've noticed in watching some of these games that, 6, 7, 8 years old, just starting out really, is the fact that they skate a hell of a lot better at that age than I ever did.
Than I
ever could. I mean, it's just, they get up on the skates and it's amazing. And hey, thank you for tuning in on the YouTube at WRMN Radio. If you want to call in the show, Big Top Sports here in WRMN 1410, feel free to do so. That number is 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. And of course, you could see our lovely faces on WRMN Radio at the YouTube. YouTube at WRMN Radio. And one of the listeners on the YouTube, he was saying that, without YouTube, Jake Paul would be nothing. And quite honestly, that's where he... make no mistake about it. That is where both him and his brother made their fortune, made their legacy, if you will, and how they became so famous for doing such stupid Smurf stuff.
Right. And I will say this, in my opinion, I feel like Logan Paul has a little better of a head on his body than his brother, in my opinion.
Take it with a grain of salt or just whatever, because I mean, he has done, both of them actually have done very well in the business world, and I could not lace their boots. I cannot, carry water for them. In the business world.
When Logan Paul is able to buy a $5 million Pokemon card and wear it around his neck just for show, you're doing good in just in the world in general.
A $5 million Pokemon card.
Yep.
And he, wow. I wish I could go back because I'm not. while we kind of say that he's got a good head on his shoulder, and that was Logan Paul, right? Okay, yep. Younger brother to Jake Paul. And with that being said, oh wait, hold on a second. With that being said, no, I could never go back in the day and act like a stupid. I mean, that's how I viewed their videos. I'm looking at their videos and I'm like, and you're welcome, by the way, guys, for like boosting your algorithm to like, you know, the 50 something crowd. But I mean, my goodness, just firecrackers in their crack. The insane, stupid stunts that they were doing. And I get it. And the kids were eating it up where they're getting millions of followers and views. And, well, you know, I love myself too much. I've hurt myself too much. And that was doing an honest day's work. So maybe I should have like been lighting firecrackers and then sticking it in my crack or whatever and watching the reactions.
But that's the funny part. I never would have thought those two would make a transition into the sporting world. But yet here we are.
Well, and when you get 1 million viewers or subscribers or however it works on the tube of views, and that's, you know, that's another thing. It's not just the one video that they're getting paid on. It's like, oh, let me go down this rabbit hole.
Right.
Where, okay, oh, well, that video is cool. I'm going to watch the next video and the one after that and the one after that and the one after that. So it's like every time someone else is clicking on the video, you know, they're making more.
Yeah, you just have to
money.
click on a video for 5 seconds and they make, what, you know.
And if they watch it long enough, I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to get into like a TED Talk here.
Yeah.
But yeah, then you get like their in-video ads. You watch that, you know, for the 30 seconds or whatever because you want to get back to the content. And then you get their other whatever. I mean, I have, yeah, okay, Susie C. with the 50-year-old crowd and everything out there chiming in on the YouTube at WRMN Radio. Yeah. I mean, I'm just, it astonishes me, yet they absolutely hit the boat. Then they took their money, they invested it, and in Jake Paul's case, he turned it into the fighting aspect of things to where, yes, what Tilo was saying is absolutely right. He's boosted the female fight game for boxing.
Oh, no doubt.
So in that regards, hey, bravo. Awesome. No doubt. And yet on the other side of things, you still are polarizing to where it's like, I want you to get your ass beat by a guy like Anthony Joshua.
And that's the thing. You know, in my opinion, I think when sometimes the reason Jake Paul fights get as much views as they do, in my opinion, is...
Come on, give it to me.
People wanting to just see him get his butt kicked. Because they know that's what's going to happen if he's facing a real fighter.
Well, and that's definitely what happened when he was facing Anthony Joshua. Pretty sure that, Anthony Joshua broke or fractured Jake Paul's jaw in a couple places, if not just one. But my goodness, when he landed that right crosser, it looked like,
Jake Paul had just seen a ghost.
The absolute fear in his eyes was something to behold. And I clicked on it at least 10 to 15 times that day. And I've probably watched it another 20 times since that day. I was like, oh yeah, well, take this, Jake Paul. Even though I'm like feeding into his algorithm and all of that fun smurf. But yeah, I mean, and then with Logan Paul, I mean, he started a couple of businesses. He started Prime, the hydration drink, which, I gotta say, hey, not bad.
I was about to say, it's not bad.
It's not bad. So I hate you for that too, Logan Paul. But yet at the same time, I got to give you your props because it's a good, tasty product. And now it's valued, Prime is valued at like the $1 billion mark. So, kudos to you for your business acumen. And oh yeah, something that we didn't talk about with Tilo was the fact that the WWE had their Royal Rumble this past weekend as well.
Yep.
Which also kind of infuriates me. Not the WWE and the Royal Rumble, although I can do a podcast all of that on my own. But my goodness, Logan Paul is an absolute beast in the WWE ring. He is so talented, so charismatic, so freaking hateable, you bastard. My opinion, of course. But no, he's quite the athlete.
He is.
He's quite the athlete. I couldn't believe. I think he's been in the WWE for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it hasn't been a long time, but it's not been like it's only been a year. He's been there for a few years now.
Yeah, and the athleticism that it takes for him to pull off these moves that he does, it drops my jaw every single time that I do it, where he is springing off, the top rope, where he's either going across the 15-foot mark
right
to the other side of the ring, the other side of the turnbuckle, hitting whether it be like a frog splash or a drop kick or whatever it is, or doing a backflip or what they call a moonsault to the announcer's table, another 10 or 15 feet away onto the announcer's table, to where, and it's 15 feet up in the air. So
right,
he goes crashing through his opponent, and I don't care what anyone says. I do not care. That Smurf is real in that aspect of things. Yeah, sure, they pull their punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, they pull, whatever it is to not, hurt their opponent. But there is no faking jumping 15 feet off the top turnbuckle, doing a backflip, and landing on someone where your 225 pounds comes crashing down on them. You get hurt.
Or when someone picks you up and just slams you into the mat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to hurt. And that's why you see a lot of people retire from the WWE with injuries, because when you get slammed into the mat and you're taking hits like that, it takes a toll on your body.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, which is why you have the likes of John Cena retiring. I mean, he's on to bigger and better things.
Right.
As far as like
he's
whether
been there for a while. He's one of the ones I grew up watching too. So
23 years in the business or 25 years, somewhere in there. But I mean, AJ Styles retiring, or maybe, I'm pretty sure he's going to go to the AEW, All Elite Wrestling. But we're going to talk a little bit more about the WWE, the Royal Rumble, on the other side of this break. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer and Andrew Sheid. Back in a few.
Elgin isn't just a city. It's a community built on connection, innovation, and opportunity. And at the heart of it all is the Elgin Chamber of Commerce. For over a century, the Elgin Chamber has helped local businesses grow, connecting entrepreneurs, advocating for progress, and inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Whether you're a new business just starting out or an established company looking to expand, the Elgin Chamber is your partner for success. Join a powerful network of leaders making a difference in our community every day. Together, we're shaping the future of Elgin one connection at a time. Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce, where business and community grow together. Call now, 847-741-5660, or go to info@elginchamber.com. Contact Carol Gieske.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the better business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
What's the best way to get rid of a timeshare that you don't want? Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline. We're a group of attorneys that help customers legally exit their timeshares. It's an easy process. We guarantee results or you pay nothing. Exit your timeshare today. Call now.
800-890-5957. 800-890-5957. That's 800-890-5957. Are you suffering with anxiety, depression, PTSD, an eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem? If it's causing problems at work or with your family, get help now at Insight Mental Health and Wellness. We can help and treat all types of depression and mental issues. We'll help you use your insurance to get away from it all to a beautiful, sunny, and tranquil vacation-like environment so you can recharge yourself. And with a Family Medical Leave Act, you could take the time off you need from work. Plus, with the Affordable Care Act, your treatment could be 100% covered if you're suffering from any kind of anxiety, depression, PTSD, eating disorder, or even a substance abuse problem. Use your insurance and get away from it all. Come to sunny California. Call Insight Mental Health and Wellness now. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. 800-419-0287. That's 800-419-0287.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Joining me in studio today is Andrew Sheid. And before break, we were talking about the WWE 2026 Royal Rumble, which starts the road to WrestleMania. So, out of the matches, Andrew, out of what you saw, what were some of the highlights for you?
Well, I think, some of the highlights for me, when I watch WWE, I just like watching the action.
Sure.
Especially when it comes to Royal Rumble, because you might have two favorite wrestlers that are now competing against each other, and now I have to pick between two of my favorites, and I never really like doing that. I liked enjoying the sport, but one thing I do like about Royal Rumble is when you get 6, 7, 8 people in the ring at a time, and you're trying to watch all the action, and you might catch what happens over here, but you might miss what happens over there. And it's awesome to see. It's one of those events where you might not catch everything that happens, and that's one thing I love about it, is you might hear, oh, this happened over here, and this crazy thing that you might hear an announcer said, and you're like, wait, but I didn't see that. And
yeah, I appreciate the one-on-one or maybe even like the tag team matches, but you know what you're saying kind of rings true for a match like the, whether it be the Royal Rumble, both men's and women's, and then you also have the upcoming event that's going to be at the Allstate in a few weeks, which is the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I think I saw that because I drive by there going to class. So I think I saw that being advertised on their Jumbotron.
So with that, it's almost like there's too much going on. And what I say, or what I mean by that, is just for the simple fact that technical directing is an art. And what I mean by technical directing is if you are in the production truck and you have all these monitors, 10, 12 cameras working from, and you're the technical director, you have to pick and choose which one is on TV. So there is, typically speaking, there's no picture-in-picture unless there's a high caliber move or like a wow moment, if you will.
Right.
And some of that stuff kind of gets lost a little bit in a match like the Royal Rumble.
Right.
I could almost see them doing, but they haven't, but almost see them doing where there's the one monitor or the one screen, especially when there's like 10 or 12 people in the ring at the one time.
Right.
Where you got the one main monitor and then you could have like 2 or 3 monitors on the other side, on the right side, left side, however it is that they, decide to do it. This way you can actually see like the action that's going on. Unlike what we probably would need to do afterwards is to go back, watch it again, which also might be one of their things that they'd like to do as well to get more viewerships on it, to actually catch out what you're saying
right
in the other part of the ring or the other. Yeah. So, but what do you think about Roman Reigns winning the men's Royal Rumble?
When I saw that, I was like, in my head, I was like, he's back. You know, that was the first thing that hit me when watching. The first thing I watched was the highlights, and I went back this morning and watched the actual Royal Rumble, the whole match. But when watching the highlights, seeing how dominant Reigns was during that whole event, you know, and I'm just excited to see what he's going to do in WrestleMania. And the fact that he gets to now pick his opponent, I think will serve him better.
Yeah, it's either going to be Drew McIntyre, who defeated Sami Zayn, or it's going to be CM Punk, you know, for one of the main WrestleMania matches, depending on how they decide to go about printing money or making money. And that's part of the reason why I don't think Sami Zayn ended up beating Drew McIntyre in the match.
Right.
Because I think at this particular moment in time, McIntyre has been waiting a long-ish time to actually have the strap back on his shoulder. And quite honestly, while Sami Zayn is decent, in my eyes, he's not a top dog. But, you know, that's my opinion. I like him. I like his character. I like his, for the most part, his in-ring stuff, but he's just not a top-tier guy, in my opinion.
No, and I would have to agree with you on that. The stuff I've seen from him, he's a good fight. He's a good wrestler. He's there, but he's not one of the top-tier guys, like you said.
And you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low, and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability, or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 5 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. The new state report shows stark health disparities among people experiencing homelessness in Illinois. The Illinois Department of Public Health says homeless individuals face far higher rates of hospital visits, overdose deaths, and die nearly 20 years younger than the general population. Illinois Secretary of State Alexi Janulius has announced a new safety campaign targeting electric bikes, scooters, and other micromobility devices. The Ride Safe, Ride Smart, Ride Ready initiative follows a 300% spike in related crashes statewide. The newest member of the Illinois Supreme Court has been sworn in. Former Appellate Justice Sanjay T. Taylor took the oath of office Friday morning during a ceremony in Chicago administered by Chief Justice P. Scott Neville. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-885-3333. That's 800-885-3333.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Progressive. Illinois Secretary of State Alexi Janulius has announced a new safety campaign targeting electric bikes, scooters, and other micromobility devices. The Ride Safe, Ride Smart, Ride Ready initiative follows a 300% spike in related crashes statewide. The newest member of the Illinois Supreme Court has been sworn in. Former Appellate Justice Sanjay T. Taylor took the oath of office Friday morning during a ceremony in Chicago administered by Chief Justice P. Scott Neville. A new state report shows stark health disparities among people experiencing homelessness in Illinois. The Illinois Department of Public Health says homeless individuals face far higher rates of hospital visits, overdose deaths, and die nearly 20 years younger than the general population. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Hi, Flo here to say that Progressive knows that life can change quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, like when I have to take my ex off my policy.
Oh, sorry. But yes, we can do that.
And can you send them a message and tell them that they have trust issues that they need to work on?
We don't really get in the middle of these conflicts.
Also, can you let them know that I was faking interest in his band and it's probably time to grow up?
I'm not going to do it. Just know that with Progressive, you can easily make changes to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Also, I'm staying in touch with his mom because she's absolutely lovely.
Bad idea.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including...
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Progressive. This afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 28, cooling to around 25. Tonight, a slight chance of snow, mostly cloudy with a low around 15. Looking ahead to Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 25, and temperatures falling to around 21 in the afternoon. Currently, 25 and overcast. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
WRMN's Fantasy Football Blitz, live Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Live on YouTube/WRMN. Get the hard-hitting facts and statistics to help ignite your team into the fantasy playoffs. Don't set your roster until you listen to the experts on WRMN's Fantasy Football Blitz.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrill thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Joining me in studio today, it is none other than Andrew Sheid. And if you want to get your sports talk on or off, whatever, call in at 847-931-1410. That is 847-931-1410. You could also join us on the Tube of Views YouTube at WRMN Radio, youtube.com at WRMN Radio, or if you want to voice your sports thoughts on our text line, feel free to do so as well. That is 505-926-1410. That is 505-926-1410. And before we get into our next segment, don't forget to go and check out the Athletes Headquarters Foundation, where you should be getting your tickets to their Super Bowl benefit bash, sponsored by Celsius, Live Fit, and Vasselli Law, and WRMN 1410. Don't forget, there's going to be the live stream, free parking, open bar, food, silent auction, raffles, games. It is going to be at Wintrust Field, home of the Schaumburg Boomers. Get ready for an unforgettable Super Bowl night at the Athletes Headquarters Foundation 2026 Super Bowl Benefit Bash, where great people, great fun, and a great cause come together. This event is all about enjoying the biggest game of the year while giving back and supporting the mission of the Athletes Headquarters Foundation. And for tickets, you could go to ahqfoundation.org. Doors will open up at approximately 5 p.m. on February the 8th. All right, Andrew, what are we doing?
We actually have got one more by the numbers, brought out by the Bears. By the Bears' Larry Mayer, senior writer. And this one's interesting. It's a season by the numbers, not by any particular game. So this one's going to be fun.
Sit back, hunker. No, I don't know what Hawk Harrelson said. What did he say? Like, sit back, strap it in, and whatever. Anyway. So what do we got? So we got Larry Mayer. He is the senior writer for the Chicago Bears at chicagobears.com. Inside the numbers. Last week we did a version of this. It was Andrew's by the numerals. But, yeah. So apparently he needed a week off to digest the numbers. So we're back at it again, and we're ripping off Larry Mayer's stuff. So what do we got as the first number of Larry Mayer's by the numbers from the chicagobears.com?
7.
The number of come from behind victories that the Bears had this year.
You would be correct.
Yes. Give me a Y. Give me an E. Give me an S. Yeah!
Why do I feel like I'm back in grade school when I heard that last one?
I don't know. What grade school did you go to? That's all right.
Next one, 62.
62. Well, it wasn't the number of sacks that Caleb Williams took this year. That would be 68 from the year before, 62. The number of times that the Chicago Bears went for it on fourth down this year. No. Okay. Well, stop laughing and give us what number 62 is.
Years since the Bears last led the NFL in most takeaways and fewest giveaways. A feat they accomplished with 33 and 11 respectively in 2025 for the first time since 1963 when they won the league championship. The last NFL team that had the most takeaways and fewest giveaways in a season was the 49ers in 2011.
Nice. Okay, what do we got?
Plus 22.
Well, that would be the turnover differential that the Chicago Bears had this year.
You would be correct, sir.
Yes. Yes. Well, yes.
Go on.
First time they have topped the NFL since the 1985 Super Bowl championship season when they were plus 23.
That would explain why they were so good this season. 22 plus turnovers created, whether it be via interception, be it forced fumble, recovering the ball. And most notably, when the Chicago Bears did not cause a turnover this year, well, the record, not too good. What's the next one?
1
is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. 2 can be as bad. I don't know. 1. Caleb Williams being the first quarterback by the Chicago Bears that has done as much as that I have no idea.
Bears head coaches who have won a postseason game in their first year at the helm. Johnson became the first to achieve that feat with the thrilling 31-27 comeback victory over the Packers January 10th in the wild card game at Soldier Field.
Yes.
Which we all know and love that game. That'll be talked about for years to come.
Yeah, as long as he has a good follow-up season to the one that was just had,
right,
then we will be talking about it. Because I don't want it to be another where it's, Matt Nagy.
I was about to say another Matt Nagy situation.
Or a Matt Eberflus.
Yeah.
In that regards. Because, well, those were supposed to be two coaches that were supposed to help the Chicago Bears progress and take the North and never give it.
Well, and then that's true. I mean, they did take the North. Now let's see if they actually do never give it back. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the next number?
Next number is 6.
6. No, it's not the number of Pro Bowl players that the Chicago Bears had. The number of rookies that contributed to the Chicago Bears this year.
For the last time, no.
Yeah, something tells me it's not going to be the last time, but go on.
Consecutive home victories by the Bears in 2025, their longest streak in a single season since they also won 6 straight in 2005. Johnson became just the second Bears head coach to win 6 home games in a row in his first season, joining Patty Driscoll in 1956.
Oh, all righty then. Huh. Wow. Given the season that it was for the Chicago Bears, I shouldn't be surprised, and yet at the same time, I am surprised.
Right, because you don't look at it like, okay, yeah, you were home for 2 games, but then you were on the road for 2 games, and you lost one of those games, but then you won the next 3 at home. I mean, you don't think of that.
Yeah, your math is, well mathing there.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got before we send it to this break?
441.
440, like 4 minutes and 41 seconds?
441.
441. The total yards that the Chicago Bears special teams had, and I see you reaching for the no button, so go on, get on with it. Wait, hold on a second. 441. The number of points that were scored via special teams this year.
Close, but...
Okay, well, give it to me.
Points the Bears scored in 2025. Their third highest output as in team history, behind 456 points they generated in 1985 and the 445 they produced in 2013. Did not think they scored that many in 2013, but
No,
I guess they did.
What was 2013? Was that Nagy's first year?
I believe so.
Yeah,
but don't quote me on that.
Yeah. I'm taking a guess. I'm not really sure. But hey, more by the numbers on the other side of this break. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer and Andrew Sheid. Back in a bit.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Before the weather gets too cold, it's time to finish up those outdoor jobs. That's why ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and to the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Chicago defense attorney Mark Sheblow has co-authored the book titled DUI Jury Trial, which is a true story of a DUI case that he defended. The accused was an Illinois truck driver arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol. This book contains facts about the case from the date of the arrest up to the jury's verdict, and this nonfiction novel also includes the transcripts from the jury trial itself. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer and Andrew Sheid. And we continue with this little segment called On the Numbers. written and produced by Larry Mayer of the Chicago Bears. Go check his work out on chicagobears.com /@Larry Mayer / by the numbers. So what do we got going on again, Andrew? What's the next number here?
Next number is 2.
2. Oh, yeah, and I feel like I need to, preface this. So Andrew gives me a number. I take a guess what it is, and Andrew is either going to tell me I am right or most likely I am wrong, and the number is 2, and the number of coaches that have departed the Chicago Bears in the offseason.
You would be right, but for this question.
Oh, okay, well, then what is it?
2 victories by the Bears recorded over their rival Green Bay by overcoming double-digit fourth-quarter deficits. In a regular season game, December 20th, Chicago, they scored 10 points in the final minute 59 of regulation and then won the game 22-16 in overtime on a Caleb Williams 46-yard touchdown pass to DJ Moore. 3 weeks later, in a wild card showdown at Soldier Field, as we all know, the Bears rallied from deficits 21-3 at halftime and 21-6 entering the fourth quarter to stun the Packers 31-27. Williams and Moore again connected for the winning touchdown pass, a 25-yarder with 1:43 to play.
Right now, after hearing that, I feel like I should have a celebratory libation. Just for the simple fact that the Chicago Bears actually, and I mean, I remember all the vitriol and everything coming out of Green Bay, north of the Cheddar Curtain or the Cheese Curtain, whether it be the Green Bay Woodpeckers, the Green Bay Fudge Packers, the Green Bay Cheese Turds. I just can't help myself to rid myself of the pettiness. And this is going to be going throughout the rest of the offseason until the Chicago Bears beat the Green Bay Packers yet again. And I mean, it just, I wasn't expecting it. Right. I wasn't exactly expecting that to have that kind of reaction where I'm just like overjoyed with the fact that the Chicago Bears beat the Green Bay Packers 2 out of 3 games.
One thing I like is we all remember this. One thing I like about this past year.
I couldn't help myself.
Oh, you're good. This past year, the draft was in Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
And in the later rounds, Seth Rollins
that was awesome.
did one of the best calls in Bears draft history, in my opinion. And one thing he had hanging over his shoulder was a championship Bears belt, because who had won the last matchup before the regular season had started? The Bears had beat Green Bay and Lambeau, and now in the last 4 meetings between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears have beaten the Packers 3-1. And that makes me feel so good.
Yeah, and this is the clip that Andrew is talking about.
Green Bay, Wisconsin! Is that all you got? Come on, you can be louder than that!
Okay, so I'm going to pause this right here because the people can't, at home listening to it, they cannot see Seth freaking Rollins decked out in his bling bling Chicago Bears color suit that is all sparkly, nor the fact that he's carrying a Chicago Bears championship belt over his left shoulder.
I know y'all mad because championship gold looks good on the blue and orange. But in all seriousness, Green Bay, we are in the shadow of Lambeau Field. And I love Lambeau Field.
Wait for it.
Because the king of the North,
the best quarterback in the NFC North, Caleb Williams, is undefeated at Lambeau Field.
Yeah, baby.
And in case y'all aren't familiar with my game, let me remind you, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. And I am here to tell you that with the 56th pick in the 2025 NFL.
Well, that was the extent of it, really. Then he goes on and he introduces the 56th pick. That was, of course, courtesy of the NFL Network on draft night from last year. And yeah, he's a legit Chicago Bears fan.
He is, but he's also a legit football fan.
Yeah.
He's been a guest on so many pregame panels. He was there for the Christmas Day matchup. I think it was between Minnesota and Detroit this year. He was there for the pregame. So he's just a very big football fan.
Yeah, and he's also a WWE wrestler as well. But I mean, when he first came on it and I first saw it, I'm like, oh my good God. This is another clickbait thing where I watched it another 10 times afterwards. Right. Oh, this is so good. This is like, at first I thought it was kind of cheesy, but I mean, it's with his persona, it's with the WWE, it's with the NFL Network, and more eyes to the product, the better that it is. So we left off with the number 2. What is the next number that you have in store?
63.
63. I have no idea. What is 63?
Oh, okay. Year since the Bears last registered 1-point wins in back-to-back games.
Wait, one more time.
63 years since the Bears last registered 1-point wins in back-to-back games.
Okay.
A feat they achieved in weeks 4 and 6, because remember, they had a bye week, week 5.
Sure.
When they defeated the Raiders and Commanders with, like I said, a bye week in between, by scores of 25-24. And then it happened. Okay. The first game they won by 25.
Mm-hmm.
It was 25-24. And I got that wrong.
It was back-to-back scores of 25-24.
Yes. The last time that happened was November 11th and 18th of 1962 when the Bears beat the Vikings 31-30 at Wrigley Field and the Cowboys 34-33 in Dallas.
Gotcha. And that will conclude by the numbers courtesy of Larry Mayer and the Chicago Bears. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly. The other voice that you are hearing is Andrew Sheid. And we will be back in a few.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by KFC. The newest member of the Illinois Supreme Court has been sworn in. Former Appellate Justice Sanjay T. Taylor took the oath of office Friday morning during a ceremony in Chicago administered by Chief Justice P. Scott Neville. A new state report shows stark health disparities among people experiencing homelessness in Illinois. The Illinois Department of Public Health says homeless individuals face far higher rates of hospital visits, overdose deaths, and die nearly 20 years younger than the general population. Illinois Secretary of State Alexi Janulius has announced a new safety campaign targeting electric bikes, scooters, and other micromobility devices. The Ride Safe, Ride Smart, Ride Ready initiative follows a 300% spike in related crashes statewide. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
A
KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The Colonel despised the word empty. Empty plates, empty tables, empty stomachs. That's why he made the KFC $5 bowls, like the famous bowl. Creamy mashed potatoes, crispy chicken, corn, gravy, and cheese. Because the only empty the Colonel liked was when you reached the bottom of that bowl. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. 5 KFC bowls for just $5 each.
Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every year in Illinois, over 30,000 drivers are arrested for DUI. Due to improper testing procedures, many people end up being wrongfully charged. The book DUIs Decoded cuts right to the chase and tells you how proper DUIs arrests are supposed to be made, from the initial traffic stop to the reasoning behind the field sobriety test, all the myths and facts about taking a breathalyzer, and more. DUIs Decoded is written by nationally recognized DUI expert witness William Polarinos. Available now at Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com.
Are you looking for a way to be creative right now? Have you ever wanted to learn to watercolor paint? You can now do that from the comfort of your own home with Zoom watercolor classes. Get professional instruction from nationally showing artist Victoria Elizabeth. These classes are step-by-step, broken down with easy-to-understand instructions. They're affordable, too, at $15 for a 2-hour class. Visit her website at victoriaelizabethart.com to find out more. That's victoriaelizabethart.com.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by KFC. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a slight chance of snow between midnight and 4 a.m. A low around 15 with temperatures dropping overnight. Northwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Looking ahead to Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 25. Currently, it's 22 and mainly clear. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Joining me in studio today is none other than Andrew Sheid. And before we get going with this segment, if you feel free to call in. Phone call is free, but feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. Or check us out on the tube of views. That's youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Or if you want to text in, feel free to text in at 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. And then don't forget about the WRMN morning shows. Question of the day, Susie C's question of the day is, what are some songs that should not be played at a funeral? And the funny thing about that, Andrew, I think, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, 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 goodbye.
I mean, I would agree with you there.
I mean, it could be funny. It could be.
I mean, if a person requests it, you kind of have to do it. But that outside of a diehard White Sox fan,
well, it's a good. I mean, I could kind of see if I bit the dust, and given my personality and everything, I might just have it to where, I got the pallbearers, all one of them, dragging my casket to my final resting place or whatever, and someone just, with the boombox going, na 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 na, hey, 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 goodbye. I mean, I would kind of get a kick out of it because that's kind of who I am, as a person. Yes, people out there might be thinking, yeah, I'm a schmuck or I'm an idiot or whatever, but yeah, a little bit. But, I mean, yeah. But any hootie, and then don't forget, it is also going to be the Athletes Headquarters Foundation Super Bowl Benefit Bash, sponsored by Celsius, Live Fit, Vicelli Law, and WRMN 1410 AM. Get your tickets at ahqfoundation.org/events, only $125. But you get so much when you're going there. It's going to be live streamed. It's going to be free parking, open bar, food, silent auction, raffles, and games being held at Wintrust Field, home of the Schaumburg Boomers. And don't forget to get ready for an unforgettable Super Bowl night at the Athletes Headquarters Foundation 2026 Super Bowl Benefit Bash, where great people, great fun, and a great cause come together. This event is all about enjoying the biggest game of the year while giving back and supporting the mission of the Athletes Headquarters Foundation. And speaking about the big game, I know that we were talking about this during the break a little bit, but I also came across, since this is the first time and last time that we will be talking before the big game is going on, before the Super Bowl this weekend, where the Seattle Seahawks are taking on the New England Patriots. I am not exactly sure what I will be having to eat, but what are you doing, and what is your main food and or beverage choice for the big game and the Super Bowl, or whatever party that you're doing?
All right. Well, when I watch any big football game, whether it be Thanksgiving Day, Super Bowl Sunday, opening, first game of the year, one thing I absolutely love to have on my plate is my mom makes, and everyone has their own variation of the meatballs with barbecue sauce and brown sugar and
sure.
But what my mom does is most people do, the brown sugar, barbecue sauce, and jelly.
Okay.
Right.
I haven't heard
grape
the jelly part, but
grape
okay.
jelly. That's what I've seen.
Okay.
My mom does the barbecue sauce, brown sugar, and then she does cranberry sauce.
Oh, okay.
And she does both miniature meatballs and then the miniature, hot dogs too, miniature weenies.
Is that in the sauce as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's separated, obviously. One crock pot and, one crock pot meatballs, one crock pot.
Oh, no, she puts them together.
Oh, okay.
No, she does put them together.
You get the mini hot dogs and the meatballs all in one glorious crock pot.
No, but it is a really good appetizer dish for game day. And then, the chips... can see where your mind's going and what you want to do.
What can I say? I'm 12 years old sometimes.
But
weenies and meatballs. Weenies and meatballs.
She does.
Okay. You back? You good?
Yeah. She also, just like, and then she also does. She gets like mixes to make her own homemade like dips for chips and crackers and pretzels. So that's what I like to do, like to have, and then that's pretty much when I do during the game is I just snack.
Okay.
I really don't do a whole meal. I just snack on appetizer type foods during the game.
Yeah, sure. I could see that. And do you have like a libation of choice?
Yep. I like to have a beer during the game. That's what I like to have.
Okay. So what's your go-to cerveza?
Modelo.
Okay. Now, do you do it? When I am enjoying a Modelo, I like to do the whole lime, put your lime in the coconut, but I also do salt. Do you put salt in it?
It depends on if I'm drinking it out of the bottle or, a 12-ounce cup. If it's out of the bottle, I just do the lime.
Okay. Yeah, because if, for those of you that don't know, if you put too much salt in your Modelo, it does foam up and it does have the propensity to overflow. So, little tip for you there. Maybe take a good 1 or 2 swigs out of it before you put the salt in. Get it, turn it, put your thumb under it or over the mouth of the beer, and then turn it over and then shake it up and shake it.
With that, I have the exact same question for you. What's your go-to on Super Bowl Sunday or any big game day?
Okay, so typically speaking, my go-to would most likely be wings. And now, while they've certainly gone up in price, I like the sauces and everything from Hooters.
Okay.
Hooters wings, their ranch dip, whether they make it fresh or it's like, by the gallon or whatever. That's tasty. Then either like Rosati's Pizza or hell, maybe even like Domino's.
That's what my dad's big pizza.
I also like, because like what you're saying, I will go up there about 10 different times because usually there's a smorgasbord of food.
Right.
Almost like that of a, what's the restaurant where you just go there, you take your plate.
Golden Corral?
Yes, but what's it called?
Buffet.
Buffet, thank you. Oh my good Lord, I can't believe I couldn't remember that. But yeah, kind of like buffet style.
Yeah.
So I'll load it up with maybe like wings or something the first go around. My sauce is on there, and then after I wait a few minutes, and by 10 or 12, or depending on like how fast I drank the cerveza or the beer or the Moscow Mule or the Mexican Mule or the American Mule. I like my mules. And go back up. Reload. Oh, okay, pizza. Cool. Got that. Oh, bean dip. Cool. Got that. Get the chips. Oh, there's Andrew's dogs and meatballs in there. And I'll do that as well. And then whatever it is that I've brought, because, well, whatever it's usually like one of those cheese trays or whatever. But although I will, spring for the wings. So that is my go-to. But would you believe that there are over 100 million pounds of chicken wings consumed on Super Bowl?
That would not surprise me because I feel like that's most people's, game time go-to is chicken wings.
Yeah, they're chicken wing. Chang-a-lang. Then also there's, pizza. That's another top delivery choice. Chips and dip, your meatballs, and, well, a variation of pigs in a blanket, although yours is not really a pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blanket is where you got the bun wrapped around it. But I'll just say that's included in there. Sliders. Oh, yeah, the ham and cheese sliders, cheeseburger varieties, nachos. Go on.
Yeah, now you got me thinking of Super Bowl Sunday and what I'm going to make for game time.
I haven't really experienced the whole, and I'm looking, this is the top 10 Super Bowl foods. Pretzels and popcorns, not really, I haven't really seen that at too many Super Bowl outings, if you will.
I could say pretzels if you have the right dip, but just pretzels by themselves.
Then, this is true. This is true. Then there's the various and different veggie trays.
This is true, yeah.
Chili.
Oh, yep. Chili. My mom just actually made chili the other night.
Yeah, does she put beans in it?
Yep.
Yeah, she's got the beans in it. Lots of onions or anything?
Yeah, she does onions, and one thing she does that a lot of people don't is she actually puts whole tomatoes.
Whole tomatoes, like what, the whole cherry tomatoes?
No, a whole, tomato. They're smaller, but they're probably about that big. And then she just puts whole tomatoes.
And about like a baseball size, a little bit less than a baseball size.
A little bit less than a baseball size.
The size of an egg. I mean, because...
Oh, okay, a little bit more size of an egg.
More than... Yeah. Okay, so...
Maybe a little bigger, but around that size.
Gotcha. That sounds like an interesting choice right there. And I'm not saying interesting bad. I mean,
my dad loves
it. Well, I hope so. All sorts of different chili options. I just had a very tasty chili that I have no idea where my roommate got it from, but yeah, that was quite tasty yesterday. So thank you for that. And then, well, of course, what would you say the top beverage is as far as being consumed?
Well, if you're an adult beer, but if we're talking general,
no, you got it.
Yeah. I would say general, like your kids and everyone under the age of 21, it'd probably be soda. If you're going that counting wise, where you're counting everyone and not just adults.
No, well, I think this is like more geared towards adults because apparently, America likes their beer here with 325.5 million gallons of beer being consumed. That's an ocean of beer, or at the very lake, or at the very light, a small lake.
I want to know how much of that is out of kegs in bars.
Well, I mean, this is their cha-ching time of year, right?
Right.
I mean, you put together the Super Bowl packages and everything, and yeah. So let's see what else. Here's another one. That could go with the chips and dip aspect of things, where there are over 11 million pounds of tortilla chips that are bought for the game.
I can believe that. And I can also believe that some people, if they know how to do it, will make their own tortilla chips as well.
Ooh, does your mom do that?
No, but I do know people that their families do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math in my head, and I just can't do it right now being a former truck driver because, let's see, 11 million pounds of tortilla chips divided by 20,000 gets you your answer of number of truckloads. That's a lot. That's a lot of truckloads of tortilla chips right there. I don't know, but it does sound tasty, and now I find myself hungry. Hungry, but not hangry, and you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer and Andrew Sheid. We'll be back on the other side of this break.
When it comes to orthopedic and spine surgery, Prime Healthcare St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin leads the way. Recognized by U.S. News and World Report as a high performer across multiple surgery types, we offer advanced and minimally invasive procedures supported by state-of-the-art imaging technology. Our expert surgeons and compassionate care teams are here to help you move, heal, and live better every step of the way. St. Joseph Hospital in Elgin, exceptional care close to home.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best thing you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Does your car need a shine? At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they make it quick, easy, and spotless every time. And they're open 24/7 for your convenience. Right now, get a free car wash just for joining their text club. Text BRITT to 30400 and enjoy a free car wash. Visit Britain's Touchless Car Wash at 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin or at 555 Willow in West Dundee. Britain's, caring for your car while caring for our community.
Here on WRMN AM 1410, we like to keep you informed and in tune to what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. We recognize the importance of local radio to be a part of the conversation and to be a part of the community for the community.
You know, we talked about the importance of community theater, but supporting community radio is a big deal too. And, you know, for WRMN, this is a really cool thing that you guys do every day, and a really important thing. You have to have a local media outlet to talk about what's going on in your town. So you guys do a nice job.
Tune in to AM 1410, WRMN. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Keep in tune and informed on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, right here on WRMN.
Welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer and Andrew Sheid. But before we get wrapping things up here, I just want to give my boy Tony Tilo Lopez a shout out for hopping on today. He is from the Parley Boxing Podcast, or just the Parley. Go to YouTube.com, the Parley, check him out. 15-year NBA veteran Kendall Gill is also co-host on there. And then also don't forget to look up the WRMN Facebook page, where you've got the Susie C question of the day, which is, what are some songs that should not be played at a funeral? And you already know mine. Na 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 na, hey hey hey, good riddance. But yeah, so thank you for everyone. And then also don't forget to go to ahqfoundation.org and get your tickets for the Super Bowl bash at Wintrust Field, home of the Schaumburg Boomers as well. And then Andrew Sheid making this show what it is.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Well, you know, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you doing the work. I appreciate you dealing with my foolishness and my stupid antics, or whatever you want to call it. Just don't call me late for dinner. But since this is Super Bowl week, or the Super Bowl leading up to Super Bowl on this February the 8th, what are your thoughts on the big game?
Well, we were just talking about it. The NFL had like their top 5 keys to what they need to do, what needs to happen, what will determine the Super Bowl winner. And we were talking about a couple of them, is will the Patriots be able to contain Njigba and stuff like that.
Jackson Smith and Njigba.
Yeah.
Wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks.
And I think that's a big key for the Patriots. But I think another big key for the Patriots will be, you know, Drake May just getting back to where he was in the regular season. because I think there's kind of been a little bit of a drop-off in the playoffs to just his style of play and all that. So I would like to see that pick up in the Super Bowl. And sure. I honestly think it will. And my big question is Mike Vrabel ready as a coach to go to the Super Bowl? Because he's been there a bunch as a player, but being there as a player and a coach, they're two separate animals. So is he ready for that?
I don't know. What do you think? Is he ready for that?
I think he is. And I think he's going to make it a difficult Super Bowl for Seattle to win.
Mm-hmm.
Though, if I were a betting man, my money'd be on Sam Darnold and the Seahawks.
See, and that's the interesting point that I have for this particular game. Which quarterback is going to be on?
Right. And I think that's going to determine a lot of this game.
Sure. And I mean, it almost seems like a silly stance to take but with that being said, you don't know exactly which quarterback is going to show up for the Seattle Seahawks, because there have been games where the big moment seems to have eluded Sam Darnold.
Right.
And then it clicks on, kind of like a la Caleb Williams, where the second half of the game turns around and then all of a sudden Sam Darnold is on a heater and he's just picking up his action, if you will, and he's making all the plays where it's like, oh, well, this is why Seattle got him, and this is probably why the Minnesota Vikings are ruining the day that they let Sam Darnold go out to the West Coast.
Right.
As far as Vrabel goes, I think he has enough experience as a former player. He's been in the head ranks or the head coaching position long enough to get his players jacked up, because he will draw from his playing experience and he will get them ready to go. I think it's going to be a good game, but what are your predictions for this game as far as who's going to come out on top?
Like I said, I really think Seattle is going to come out on top because I think, like you said, Sam Darnold is a little like Caleb Williams in being that last-minute quarterback. But I don't know. There's something, in my opinion, I feel like he's worked on that the last couple of weeks, and I feel like he's going to do better with that in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate everyone out there listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly. I'm Derrick Geyer. That's been Andrew Sheid. Have a great rest of your day.
For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
Your hometown radio station since